guys, welcome back to another amazing episode of Convo Table, and today you can't wait to see the visitors that I have in store for you. So we have an amazing team of guests over here, and I think they'll just introduce themselves before we get to it.
I'm Emmanuel Nyongesa, and I'm humbled to be in this show again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Wilfred Favor, and I'm humbled too to be in the show.
So today we are going to talk about depression, factors that are affecting the youth today. The major one of them all is depression. Youths are getting depressed out here. So we're going to start with my guest on my right, and he's going to tell us what depression is in his own terms.
Let me say, depression ni kaa kitu, yani una undergo but imekufinya, as in you're being disturbed by something. Na we unaweza handle peke yake, maybe you talk to someone very close. Yeah.
Okay, that is according to Emmanuel. Hiyo ndo definition yake ya the word depression. Now let's get to Wilfred. What do you think depression is?
Okay, according to me, I think depression, these are the things that affect our life, maybe normal life, what we undergo, or what we do maybe on daily basis. So I think when we focus on them, they're gonna kill us. But if we find a solution, the better.
Okay, so that is the definition of depression according to my guest, and we want to know more. We want to dig deep so that we can get to the root of this, and also, if possible, get the solutions to some of the things that cause this depression. So what do you think is the cause of depression, or what are the things that you think cause depressions in the current generation?
The first one, depression can be caused by, let me say, lack of money. Manze bana, si ukikosa pesa hiyo ni kitu itakusumbua sana. Ukikosa pesa ni kitu itakusumbua obvious. Utakaa chini ufikirie ways unaweza come up nazo. As in tuseme kaa kitu kaa pia stress. Pressure most kutoka from both sides. Kitu inakuwa something that kills you from the inside. As in utakuwa tu hapa like.
Sasa ukikosa pesa, how does that bring depression? When you lack money, how does that bring depression? We want to get to the root.
Okay, let me tell you something. Nika uko, tuseme you have kids and you have to provide for them. So utakaa hapo hivyo umefikiria una job, uko very jobless, una any other way yenye unaweza toa penye unaweza acquire pesa. Okay, utakaa hapo ujifikiria, what am I going to do with these kids? What am I going to do in order to get something to feed them, to dress them, take them to school? So utakaa hapo uko depressed, as in family members huwezi toa support kutoka kwao. So you end up committing suicide, or you kill also the kids. That's it.
Because of the fear that you cannot provide for these kids and they're looking up to you. Okay, so according to you, Wilfred, what is another thing that causes depression?
Okay, in most cases, I may say that there are certain issues like being jobless, stress, and then there's an issue of maybe you don't have both parents, you are an orphan. That thing, okay, may bring some issues which may contribute to depression. So, for example, if you don't have a job, you may want to do many things. There's that pressure that may pile within you. But now, how are you going to tackle it? Which means you will have that depression with you. It will be with you, to build in you, piling that pressure on you. So I may see joblessness, for example, in the entire country. We have so many youths, we have so many people who are learned, but the problem is they don't have a job. And this job, which brings money, which brings certification into their life. So I think those are the things that contribute to depression.
Now, Wilfred, talking of I've heard at some point you talked of being an orphan.
Yeah.
How is being an orphan bringing depression? Just maybe if you expand on that a little bit.
Okay, we have those kids who are around who don't have parents. You know, when you are a parent, there are things that you are going to provide for your kids. Basic needs, then we have other needs. So for example, basic needs, education. When the parent is absent, it means that this kid will not find somebody maybe to ask, maybe to reach out for help. Therefore, the kid will end up being depressed without knowing where to run to, where to ask for that help.
It can be also a major thing, but health status. Let me say when you are HIV positive and you have no one to talk to, you can't have the courage to approach your parents. As in, even your closest friend, huwezi umeongea naye. So, utaenda hapo hivyo umekaa na drugs hapo naziangalia. Maybe same hizo drugs, see these ARVs. So, ni drugs hapo, glasi ya maji hapo. So, ni solution, you either take your life ama uache. So, pia status yako ya health kwanza ina matter sana. So, that's another thing.
Now, what do you think should be done? On to your first point, when it comes to lack of money. What do you think should be done so that we can conquer this?
Okay. The first thing ni ukuwe na courage manze. Let me say someone at my age. Huna do, huna work, uko tu, ni wewe. So, the first thing, you talk to your friend. The second thing, kwanza hii ndo inafaa ikuwe the first. You approach your parents because they're the closest people around. So, you reach them, unaongea nao, they tell you the way forward, then you need to find help.
Now, talking of parents, like Wilfred said earlier ago, you can find there are people who don't have parents. They are totally orphans. They have no one to go to. And they are here, they are jobless, they don't have money, they are there. What do you think should be done so that these people do not get into depression?
That's a little bit tricky, but kuna hizi groups. As in, I don't know how to call them. These groups, yeah, the groups, okay, sijui nitazita aje. Kuna hizi organizations zenye zimeformiwa to help such people. So, obviously, utapata tu link ya kukujoinisha hapo.
For example, we have church programs whereby when you are depressed, you can visit your pastor, you can visit a friend, you can visit that person whom you trust. You can share out your problems. The other thing is the organizations. We have so many organizations. And if as youths, we can come up or we can team up and have an organization that will be talking about depression, it is better for us to raise, to deal with such issues in our society. Yeah, we need to reach out to them so that we can talk to them, we can sympathize with them, we can know what they are passing through, then it's gonna be good.
So they should know that some people like us are there for them.
Yeah, true.
So, Emmanuel, you talked about when you feel like you're kind of depressed, you talk to your friends. We don't have, like in our current generation, finding a true friend is not an easy thing. It's very hard. How will you know that this person I can trust to talk to about something? Like, how do you get someone to be close to you and you tell them the deepest of your secrets?
Okay, some people can be trusted and others cannot be trusted. So, let me say, a friend, ni mseka umekaa naye for long. As in, unajua, this, uni msa anaweza kufia kwa kitu. So, as in, utaanza kumap from the past. As in, nimekuwa nikishare naye vitu, but hakuna kitu shailik. So, wewe ndo mse unaweza enda kwake open, ni hivi na hivi, then uone venye atakusaidia. Yeah. Na pia, obvious, kako matured atakupea advice. Na si ati kako matured. Obvious, kama mse hawezi share out secrets zako. Obvious, ako matured.
I once met someone kwa gari, and the person told me, for him, he'd rather go into a motor vehicle, I'd rather go to a van where he doesn't know any person, get in there, start talking to them so that he can tell them how he feels about his home and tell him all the hard things that he has in his heart, rather than telling someone they know. What do you think about that?
I think that is an issue of trust, whereby when you are surrounded by people whom you cannot trust, it can be a little bit difficult. So you may find that you go out there for help. That's why you find this person going to a matatu to ask for or to share out his or her problems. So I think it is trust. When you have that trust, you trust someone, you have identified one person whom you love, whom you trust, then you can be able to share out your issues with. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me say something.
Yes.
It's not that this guy just decided to go to a matatu to ask for help. As in, okay, atakuwa na travel, but amekaa ako disturbed. Let me say someone sitting next to him is elderly. Okay. Na ana realize you're not comfortable. Then he asks you. He's a stranger, a total stranger. Then atakuuliza, hey, what's up? Uko like hivi na hivi na hivi. By the way, that person can help you. Can take a very big part in helping you. Na atakupea very, as in ataku encourage sana. Atakwambia ni hivi, go do this. Yeah, that's it.
Having or putting trust in someone, it takes a lot of time, whereby you have learned a lot of these things about this person or somebody else, so that you can confide your trust in him or her. So by sitting around someone, meditating or thinking how he behaves, how he talks, then you can put your trust in him or her, so that you can open up and share your issues. I think it's better.
Okay, hapo kwa matatu si tutakuwa umegain trust yake. Yes. Utasema, oh, like this person sitting next to me, anijui, he has never seen me, hatutai kutana tena. Yeah, ndo unaamua kuweka hiyo weight yote kwake, then at least tutakuwa way better than holding it. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Okay, that's why I said you just listen. Listen, watch out as the guy talks or as the person next to you talks. We have those people who talk anyhowly, of which you cannot trust them. But the moment you sit there, you see how he is discussing or she is discussing, then you have that confidence in you. You open up, then you issue out what you have.
Wow. So as the youth or as the leaders of tomorrow, what do you think we should do so that we can be able to encourage these young people into not falling in depression? What do you think we should do as the next leaders of tomorrow?
Okay, according to me, I think the best way is to confide yourself in church. When you have a place where you can go, you can pray, you can sing out, or you can talk to God, the better. Okay, and also we have, as I said earlier, organizations. If we can team up, have more organizations, then it's gonna be better. Yeah, for us.
So, you have something to add?
I have something to say. Okay, depression cannot only be dealt with in church. Jumanze uwezi enda hapo hivyo mpiga magoti. Unaambia Saja, oh, ni hivi na hivi, I'm depressed. Yeah, hawezi toka huko come through. Maybe seme hiyo ni as in approach to msee maybe church elder, mwambie ni hivi na hivi, ya hivyo ndo anaweza kusaidia. Kaa hawezi then atakurifa uende kwingine.
And then one thing I've realized, when you're looking at how the past generation was being raised compared to how our generation is being raised, there's a lot of difference that I would like us to discuss here. And some of them are the things that are causing depression right now. You get it? So I'd like us to figure out or to mention out some of these differences of how we've been brought up, like now and the past generation.
Okay, compare the current and the past. Okay, let me say, kwa the old times, children were more close to their parents, very close. They could share anything, they could talk about anything freely. But like sahi, mzae alitoka akaenda job 7, anarudi 8. Wenda huyo youth kama mimi saa tuseme at my age, pia mzae alijitoa, wenda huyo katoka 9, unarudi kama mzae ashalala. So hiyo time ya kuongea na yeye hata kama unasumbuliwa na kitu huwezi pata. So pia pia sahi, you can't just go freely and talk to your dad about something. Kuna ile fear na kuna ile bridge ya wewe na dad wako. So some things pia wewe una feel ukiambia mom ataambia mzae na mzae ni simba. So hiyo kuna hiyo fear. Hakuna free interaction ya parents na kids. That's it.
Wow. On to you, Wilfred.
Okay, when you look at the current generation and the older generation, it is a little bit different in terms of raising kids.
Yes.
They are raised in different ways. But I would like to congratulate the past generation. Why? Because the parents were very strict, and whatever they said, they meant it.
Exactly.
So this past generation, it was good compared to the current one. And the current one, we are facing a lot of challenges or problems because of how kids are being raised.
Our youth, they're not much engaged in the current generation. Wako too idle. Tuko too idle, wako too idle. Okay, like in the past, mzae angetoka asubuhi na jembe, mtoto amemfuata, wako kwa shamba wote. Maji na mzee. Lakini saa hii mzae ametoka ameenda shamba, baki boma ni zako tu. Fikiria chenye utafanya, una end up abusing drugs. How can engage? Uko tu very idle. Unafikiria where am I going next? Na mzee ako kwa shamba na jembe. So hiyo naona pia inamata kiasi.
Something else you people have not talked about that is affecting the youth right now and is causing some depression right now ni story ya body shaming. Yeah, body shaming. Body shaming is really causing a lot of depression out there. But these people that are born, zinaitwa mwili za familia. You know, you get someone is very huge. Na si ati they eat a lot or something, but when they go out there, they are being trolled, they are being abused. And then you find someone goes back. Now they just sleep. Some of them just eat, you know, and they end up depressed, they end up being sick, they end up being... What is your take on that? Or what would you advise such people?
Okay, I think you said they are being traumatized by others because of their shape or the shape of their body. I think that should not be an issue. If it is your body, it is your body.
It shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be bothered with it. Why? Because you have your body, I have my body. So whatever it makes my body to grow. So I think it is not a big deal. Yeah.
So we should be happy with our bodies.
Yes, we should. We should be happy with our bodies. Why? Because we were created in the image of God.
We were created in the image and likeness of God. So you people that are looking at us, please love your bodies, love yourself, because we are created in the image of God. So that shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't be trolled by anybody.
On that, I can add something. Okay, body shaming. Okay, mi ukuje uniambie ati wewe ni mweusi, ni nikamwambia manze mimi ni Mkenya. Wewe ni brown, nionyeshe kala yako kwa flag ya Kenya. Manze, this Africa, I'm black. The people are black. So my body color should not be an issue.
Oh my God, this is so interesting. I love how our conversation has been. So thank you so much for being here. Maybe just to finalize, what would you say as we finish up the show?
Okay, for today, it was all about depression. If you feel something imekufinya sana, reach out to someone. Find help.
Reach out to someone and find help.
Yeah, to me, I would like to say it has been an amazing show. And according to depression, I'd like to say maybe a few things. If you are a parent out there, reach out to your kids. Know what they are doing, what they are dressing, what they are eating. It will really be a point of you interacting with them and helping, maybe giving an advice to them. It's going to be well with them. And to the orphans, wherever they are, I would like to encourage them that it is their season and it is God who ordained that. So there's no problem that God cannot solve. God solves every problem. So if you cannot run to man, then run to God. He is your helper for everyday life. So be glorified, be blessed.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Remember, we are at the Royal Suits Bungoma. Thank you so much, Royal Suits, for this amazing location, for this amazing venue. We've really enjoyed it. Remember, if you're coming to Bungoma, come to Royal Suits for a staycation. Come for Royal Suits for your food, for your drinks, and so on. Until next time, bye-bye, guys. See you.